Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to this beautiful community. In this community, we talk everything related to self-development, femininity, and how to become the best versions of ourselves. If that is something that you are into, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and to share your thoughts about the video in the comment section. Today's topic is very special for all my girls who are in this self-development journey. We are going to talk about the war between your old self and your new self, and why having that war is actually a good thing. When you are in this journey, you basically need to challenge everything that you has been as a person during all your life. We tend to create these identities that in reality they are just an illusion, and we adopt different habits, different beliefs, different ways of behaving and seeing the world in a way that we don't even have to think about it, because those kind of things are already ingrained in who we are as a person, and that's what we call identity. So sometimes things happen in our lives, sometimes we grow, sometimes we reach like a really low point in our lives. Maybe we lose a person that we really love, and there is a specific situation that it really transforms our lives, where we feel this need to change. We feel this need to do better. We come to terms that the things that we are doing are not giving us the results that we want. And that's where all this self development journey begins. I believe that most of the people live their lives in this autopilot mode without really questioning who they are or why they do the things that they are doing. And that's what self-development change. Now you start questioning everything around you, and that is a little bit challenging. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit challenging because you have to face all the darkness within yourself. If you don't face the darkness within yourself, you are living in this bubble where you feel that everything is perfect with you, where you believe that the world is making you wrong, but you are perfect. You don't have nothing to do with the world. And then when we start to learn about ourselves, when we start to learn about our behaviors, our childhood, our mindset, we realize that there is a lot of work to do. We realize that there is darkness, there is shadows, there is a lot of things that need need to come to need to come to the surface in order to heal that and in order to work on it and eventually improve. And that's when we start to see the war between your old self and your new self. Right now, by this point, you already have a lot of information. You already read books, you already did therapy, you already listen all these podcasts, you understand why you were behaving in the way that you were behaving, why do you have the limiting beliefs that you have, and you start creating the new habits, the new kind of mindset. You start to visualize the life that you want to live with this new identity. But there are going to be specific moments in our lives that your old self is going to get triggered. That's when this war starts. And I don't know if you girls have been living or have been experienced, but from my perspective, from my experience, it's kind of like you are getting a little bit crazy. It's kind of like you have two different persons in your mind talking different things, and they are fighting between them, and all of them are trying to win. You have your old self that have a bunch of information, and it has been living in that way for so long. It's impossible to say that you are going to become a better person overnight. It's impossible to say that you are going to be a new, totally different person overnight when you have been living with this person for so many years. So there are going to be specific situations where you have the information in this moment to act and to think and to perceive the situation in a very different way in how your old self will do it in the past. But because you have been living with this person for so long, this person is going to be in the back of your mind trying to win you over again. And here is when we experiment setbacks, here is where we make mistakes, here is where we have behaviors that later on we regret because are behaviors that doesn't align with this person that we want to be over here. And you need to create a huge self-awareness and a lot of emotional intelligence in order to keep your mind on track, because otherwise you are going to get crazy, or in the worst case scenario you are going to go back to the past, because that's what is comfortable. Humans are wired to be comfortable. Humans don't like discomfort, and this is the moment where a lot of people give up. This is the moment where a lot of people just go back to their past behaviors or their past mindsets, because they are not willing to deal with their mindset. They are not able to really sit with themselves and try to challenge your mind, because that's what you have to do. You need to challenge your mind and take everything is love. Sometimes when we get emotional, sometimes when we get triggered about something, we tend to react. And when we react, is our old programming that already knows how to do it. So when you tend to react emotionally, you are coming back to the past, and that's a place where we don't want to go anymore. And because we have this old programming and maybe we don't want to take responsibility, we start to believe actually like them. This process is hard. Maybe over there is more comfortable and easy and I don't have to deal with this. But you need to understand that growth doesn't happen in comfortable states. And I really need you to memorize that. Growth doesn't happen in comfortable states. It's a blessing being uncomfortable, because in the other side is where you are going to get more knowledge, you are going to become a better person, you are going to be more wise, you are going to learn so many things about you that you didn't know you had, just because you were in this comfortable state where you don't want to try anything. It just creates this self-confidence and this resilience within yourself, that now you know that no matter what happened in your life or which situation you are in, you are able to overcome that, because you already face of negative things about you. You already face so many situations that were very painful for you, and you overcome that, and now you have this resilience that you know that you have yourself, you know that you can trust in yourself, and you know that you are going to find the right path. So in conclusion, my girls, if you are feeling that war lately, if you feel this fight between your old self and your new self, if you feel that you have been falling in past habits or past patterns that you don't feel identified anymore, the worst thing that you can do is believe that you are not going to be able to move forward, because that's your old self trying to bring you to this side. So if you experiment a setback, if you repeat an habit or like a pattern, try to take a step back and forgive yourself. It's okay to sometimes experiment setbacks. You need to understand that most of the people, they are not even doing this. Most of the people don't want to face their triggers. Most of the people, they don't want to face themselves. That's the truth. So the fact that you are in the process, the fact that you are trying, it should be enough motivation for you to keep going and be compassionate and kind towards yourself, because I'm sure that, yeah, maybe you are not in that place where you want to be, but I'm completely sure that you are way better than what you used to be 6 months ago, 1 year ago, 5 years ago, who knows? I know that if you are in this process, you are definitely a better person than you used to be, and that's something that you really should use in order to keep going to this process. Focus on all the positive changes that you have been doing, and just use that as a fuel to just keep going and don't give up. And that's all the video for today. I really hope that this video is helpful for a lot of you girls. In the description, I am going to link a couple of more videos that you can see if you feel that they're calling you in some way. I am going to link also my Amazon storefront where I share my favorite books and another healthy things that it can be helpful for you. And I am going to share a printable journal that if you are in this self-discovering journey, and if you feel that there is more of you that you need to work on, this journal is going to be amazing. It has around 500 prompts, so it's a lot of questions for you to really dig into yourself. You can answer one question every day. You don't need to overwhelm about it, but it's very complete, so I am going to link that on my description as well. And for now, I just want to say thank you for watching the full video. Remember to subscribe if these are the kind of topics that you like, so you don't miss any future video. And that's it. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye, girls.